Welcome back to Amazing Websites Television, the show where intelligent people like you confide the tools to change the rules.
Allá en el monte, junto a las nubes, junto al arroyo, tengo mi rancho hecho de paja, lleno de amores. Mis 4 vacas, mi potro blanco son mi tesoro, y una morena, 4 huilitas que tanto adoro. Y una morena, 4 huilitas que tanto adoro. Y por las noches, cuando la luna...
Welcome back to Amazing Websites Television. Right now I am transmitting directly from Costa Rica, and we're going to have an amazing show today. We're going to be sharing with you some really cool tools. We're going to have some very good guests, and I think that you're going to really be very much enjoying the show in this incredible paradise, which is Limón in Costa Rica. So let's just now get started with the first section of the show, which is going to be handy bookmarks. Welcome to Handy Bookmarks. Today I have 5 really cool and very useful resources. So let's get started with the first resource that I have, and that is going to be iMotionVideo.com. In iMotionVideo.com, it is a relatively different kind of service, because normally, you can find a lot of services around the internet where you will be able to actually get courses and information and all sorts of different ways on learning how to do videos for your websites. Well, what is this? It's a service that they will do very professional videos with you as the director, but they will be doing the video for you. So you don't have to do it, but they will be doing the video for you. The prices are very affordable, and I think you're gonna really like their service. So that is iMotionVideo.com. Our second resource, this is a resource that I am using exactly at this very moment. It's called QPrompter.com. And basically what QPrompter does, it is a teleprompter which is done with your computer. It is a free service, and you can just type the text that you would like to have, and it will just start moving, like if you will be the president of the United States that actually starts reading like this and starts saying the whole thing. Your whole speech, your whole sales letter, whatever you want could be done there, and it could just be reading in front of your screen. So that is really cool, and this is exactly what I am looking at, right now. So that is QPrompter.com. Our next resource is called Trello. And that's in Trello.com. You can see, for example, let's say that you're running a project with multiple people involved, and these people, possibly some of them are in the Philippines, possibly some of them are in the States, possibly some of them are in the UK or in Singapore or wherever they are. And what you can do is actually you can coordinate people all over the place, and you can just see how they are progressing and working together. And the cool thing is that they can also interact with each other. So it's like having your own little social network, which is also integrated with a project management software, where you will be able to interact and everybody will be able to work together. Very interesting concept, and that is Trello.com. Our fourth resource today, it's called Telegram Stop. Sorry for that. And you know what, this is not possibly so much of a useful resource, but I think it's really very cool. I remember in the 1970s, or even of course earlier, but I did receive 2 or 3 telegrams, possibly from my grandparents that were traveling, that they send me a telegram just to wish me happy birthday or something like that. Well, right now, obviously, you have not been receiving a telegram in a long time. So now imagine the impact that you can have by actually sending a telegram to somebody, because of course, it's something that they are not expecting. If you actually send a letter, possibly they might even expect that, but a telegram, so this is really cool. For a very small fee, you can actually send somebody a telegram anywhere in the world, communicating some sort of message. So that's another really cool service to have. I do not know if it is actually very useful, but I think if you want to actually catch some attention, that might be an option. And last but not least, our very last resource is a website that is called addletters.com. Addletters is a very funny free service where you can go and all you need to do is just basically type your message and it will be appearing in a number of different things. So for example, it will be a picture and you will have it on the message board of one of the biggest stadiums in the US, or possibly you will be able to put it as text as part of a logo from a big company, or I mean they have all sorts of different things where you can create some very funny things. So for example, the way I actually used it recently, they had something about the LA Times, and I made, and it was actually very funny. Obviously it's a bit of a prank, but it created a lot of buzz, and that was actually quite nice. The Emmys were about to be delivered, and I put as a headline on the LA Times, Amazing Websites Television receives its first Emmy for their TV show. So I just put this as the headline, and of course, I mean, I put it in on Facebook, and then all sorts of people started telling me, well, congratulations, wow, this is amazing, this is incredible. It actually really looks very, very real. So it is a nice thing to do. I mean, of course, it's a joke, but I think you can also use it to create some buzz. So I hope that you enjoyed these 5 resources, and now it's time that we go back to Costa Rica. But before we do that, we go to our next section of the show, which is going to be our feature presentation.
And now, our feature presentation.
It's no secret. Interesting content is what makes the internet sparkle. Finding interesting content isn't always that easy. Just think about the number of websites there are today and how difficult it can be to separate the ones with quality content from the ones that are just taking up space. That's why sharing websites have become so popular. When you find content you think your friends would enjoy, you share it with them. Even the major search engines are catching on and beginning to recognize content people are sharing. So if you own a website, one of your biggest challenges is to provide interesting content that visitors will want to share. There are 2 ways to do this effectively. 1. Create all your own original content and distribute it through your website. Or 2. Find interesting tidbits of information on the web and link to them within your content. This is called content curation, and it's becoming more and more popular as the information sharing phenomenon grows. Here's how it works. Let's say you have a website on dog tricks. Using content curation, you could visit sites like YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter to find the most interesting content about dog tricks. Once you've found the right content, you put it all together on one page. This way, when people are looking for information on dog tricks, they'll discover your website has tons of interesting content brought together from many sources, and best of all, they'll share your site with their friends. Curation isn't a day at the beach, though. Digging through all those videos, tweets, and Facebook shares can take hours upon hours of time. Even worse, you have to do this each and every time you want to post a new article. What if there was a fast and easy way to compile the best content for any topic and instantly integrate into your web pages? Introducing CurationSoft. Drag and drop curation that saves you time and money. With CurationSoft, finding the most interesting content on the web takes just a few clicks. Simply choose what social media website you'd like to search, type your main keyword into the search box, and click Go. CurationSoft will find relevant and interesting content for you. All that's left to do is drag and drop your favorite tidbits into your content management system. You'll never need to worry about formatting or HTML. CurationSoft does it all for you. Make content curation easy with CurationSoft. 1. Search CurationSoft for interesting content in your niche. 2. Find your favorite social media tidbits. 3. Drag and drop them right into your post. No more digging for content, no more formatting nightmares, no more wasted time. Harness the incredible power of content curation with CurationSoft. Interesting content made simple.
Here we are on location on Costa Rica, and we are with a true legend of marketing, Paul Hartunian. And when I tell you what Paul has done, it's going to absolutely blow your mind. This is the man that sold the Brooklyn Bridge.
Go on. What do you mean? How could I sell a Brooklyn Bridge?
You did. That's what I heard from you.
1 square inch at a time I sold it to. 1 square inch at a time.
Can you tell us that story?
I can. The Brooklyn Bridge was being renovated. It was built in 1883. They were taking off the original wooden pedestrian walkway. Everybody saw that as junk. They were going to throw it away. I saw it as history. So I paid $500 for a lot of that material. The guy who sold it to me thought he hit the jackpot. I knew I hit the jackpot, so I took that wood, cut it up into 1-inch squares, attached it to certificates that said, "You now own the Brooklyn Bridge," and that's one of the oldest jokes in American history. I got a bridge to sell you, that meant you were a sucker, and I was really selling the Brooklyn Bridge, and that did it for me. But the big lesson there is all you need is one idea to have an entirely different life. Regardless how ridiculous it sounds, how ridiculous other people may think it is, that one idea. So if people listening to this and watching this are thinking, I had a bad idea once, I had a bad idea 1,100 times, it's that one that's going to change your life.
Absolutely. That's great. Paul is incredible. I mean, actually, he doesn't possibly remember that, but the first educational product that I got actually was Spool's. I saw him presenting from stage, and I was absolutely blown away with the incredible material that he has to offer, and obviously the knowledge, the body of knowledge that he has is just absolutely incredible. Can you tell us a little bit of what you're doing now, because this was a few years ago, and then possibly where can people actually get in touch with you, because I think Paul is somebody that you definitely have to connect with. So
my whole business life has been based on getting free publicity online and offline. Offline, that means in radio, TV, newspapers, magazines, getting the media to cover your business, whatever story you want. And online, there are thousands, tens of thousands of opportunities to get backlinks, to get posted on blogs, all kinds of online publicity. And that is such, I wanted to say it's a hidden gold mine, but it's not hidden. Everybody knows it. The word publicity is nothing new, but how to do it is what made my life. I have everything I could possibly want in life thanks to publicity, and that's the information I'd like to get across to your people. There's a lot of free information on my website, Hartunian.com, which is simply my last name, Hartunian, Hartunian.com.
You can see the I want to make it appear here.
Right below, okay. Go to that website. There's loads of free information. I want everybody to be doing this, because if you just do it, you'll see how powerful it is, how exciting it is, and how it can have drastic impacts on your life very, very quickly. And it's none of this hocus pocus, I can get rich by Thursday. You've got to do it. But the media people are dying for your stories. And I don't care what story you have, what product, what service, what business, the media people want to know about it, and they're willing to publicize it all over the world for you for free.
So there you go, guys. It is absolutely fantastic. I really recommend you to go to Hartunian.com, connect with Paul, and I'm sure that you're going to really learn tremendously to actually take your business to a new level. Paul, thank you for being in the show.
Thank you, and thank you to Publicity for letting us be here in Costa Rica on this beautiful cruise with all of you.
Excellent. On today's Triple Your Internet Intelligence part of the show, I have another guest, and you know it's really cool because we are right now in Limon, Costa Rica, and transmitting on location. I am here with Matt Deiure, and he's going to be, he's an SEO expert and also an on-the-ground marketer, and he's going to be giving us some tips on how to actually improve the SEO on your website. So Matt, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about what you're doing.
Absolutely. Well, I got my start with doing teaching guitar online, but along with teaching guitar, I've also helped businesses get their sites higher in the search engines, doing SEO and just general marketing advice. So.
Cool. So how do you do that? How do you actually get a site? I mean, most this show is watched for about 2,500 to 3,000 people every week, and they would like to possibly hear about how they can get better rankings on their
Absolutely.
sites.
First thing is do your research first. You know, tools like Market Samurai or the Google Keyword Tool, and learning about your competition. Finding keywords that you know you could rank for first and get results for. Don't want to go too competitive. So first understand your competitors and what keywords you can get traffic for and rank for. The next step is, because it's more important than ever before to do things ethical, white hat strategies so you could stay there for the long term. What I found is working great is just building a mix of different links, backlinking. if you're not familiar with that, it's a very easy thing to find information on, but mixing up between article marketing, video marketing, press release distribution, and doing it slow at first. If it's a brand new website, start slow and look, organic. Blog commenting is another great way to improve your SEO.
Can you tell us a couple of the tools that you actually use for that? For example,
Absolutely.
for the press releases and for
Yep.
the...
Yep. A great automated tool is called Links Boss. That is more for article syndication. And that's nice because it's almost 100% automated. Another recent one that I found very effective is called Article Samurai, which has been awesome. They distribute content through Unique Article Wizard. So even if you can't get a membership because it's closed right now, using tools like Unique Article Wizard is a great way to distribute content abroad. For blog commenting, find whatever keywords you want, use Google Alerts. You can get an alert daily of different websites that are about whatever it is you're looking for. And then you could find places to comment and make sure that your comments are real. You read your articles, put a legit, interesting comment, ask a question. A lot of blogs get spammed, so you want to make sure you're actually involved with the conversation on the page. Another tool I use is called Rank Builder, which is a great way to get links on Web 2.0 properties like Squidoo, Hub Pages, Weebly. All these are free resources to build and distribute articles on. So the big thing though is make sure you have good content written and ready to go. You want good content on the site you're trying to rank, but when you distribute content to other places, you got to make sure it's good, well written and well read content to post.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for the great tips. How can people get in touch with you? And also, I think you have a resource for our audience.
Absolutely. So a lot of good free resources I have. If you go to onlinecoachingprogram.com, there's a bunch of tools to teach SEO, how to build a website to rank well. And then my general site for marketing is called Rock Power Marketing, where you can learn more and ask questions to me directly. And then my guitar site is called rockguitarpower.com.
Fantastic. Well, thank you for being in the show.
Pleasure.
And we'll continue here in Costa Rica. And now we go for one app a day keeps boredom away.
Every day you're flooded with links to cool videos and articles. Wouldn't it be great if you could consume all this great content when you actually have time? Now you can. With Spool. Spool downloads any video or web page to your phone to enjoy later. Imagine you're at work and come across a bunch of cool videos. You don't have the time to watch them now unless you want to get in trouble. Just spool them for later so you can stay entertained on your commute back home, or on a plane, on a train, anywhere you have spare time, even if there is no internet connection. How? As simple as 1, 2, y 3. 1. Install the Spool plugin for your browser. 2. Download the Spool app for your phone. And 3. Anytime you want to save a video for later, just click the Spool button in your browser and your video will be downloaded to your phone. Now, when you have spare time, like on your commute back home, you can get your content immediately. And if you're off the grid, you will be the only one enjoying videos, reading your favorite blogs, looking at pictures of kittens, or whatever else you've downloaded. Get Spool for free at getspool.com. Spool. Save it for later.
Well, this pretty much wraps it up for today. I hope that you have really enjoyed it. And make sure to watch the show next week, because next week we're going to have a lot of more experts and also incredible tools and apps for you to enjoy. So make sure to come back next week. This is Ernesto Verdugo, and this is Amazing Websites Television, the show where intelligent people like you come find the tools to change the rules. Bye-bye.